everyone, welcome to a new vlog. So I am literally starting this vlog where I left off my last vlog, and I'm sure it's going to be a while between these two videos. I have so many videos that I need to film. I want to film my mid-year book freakout tag sort of video, or like a mid-year check-in. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for that video. I don't know if I want to do like the typical tag or if I want to do something different. I think last year I did something a little bit different, but I can't remember. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. I really want to film like maybe a coming up into fall video, something like that. Something where I recommend some like sort of more spookier Halloween kind of books, because I know a lot of people are starting to get ready for Halloween, and as much as I'm like kind of on the fence of being a Halloween person, I do love a good like spooky book. So I have plenty of recommendations for that. And yeah, I feel like those are like the two big, or three, I guess, big videos that I need to film. I'm definitely going to think about some other ones that I want to film. I am feeling like I'm starting to get back on track with uploading. I know it's been kind of crazy. I feel like my typical rhythm of like uploading 4 videos a month has been so disjointed and kind of like interrupted by some of the like things that I've been having to do, especially concerning like family and stuff like that. So just bear with me. I'm really trying to get back on track. I appreciate everybody who's still watching my videos. And if you have any suggestions of like videos that you want to see from me, recommendations or whatever, please let me know down below. I want to hear any of your guys' feedback or like things that you want to see. So definitely let me know. I'm also thinking of, because this year I've really been trying to watch more movies and kind of like get back into doing that. Let me know if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts about like the movies I've seen in the first half of the year. I would love to talk about them, and if you guys are interested, then I will definitely do that video. Anyway, I feel like I should update you guys on what I'm currently reading and what I have. I'm currently reading Sex and Rage by Eve Babbitt, and I'm loving it. It's a novel. It's set in the late 70s in Los Angeles, and it has like a very like dreamlike, meandering sort of narrative. It's following this young girl, and she is like a surfer. She's just a California girl, and it's really great. I'm loving it so much. I love her prose. I love her character work. She just like really brings everything to life. Like, it feels so real. It feels like she's telling you kind of like a story of something that's already happened, like something that is totally factual, or at least factual like in her perspective. And I love that. I love authors who are kind of able to give you that sort of realism even in their fiction. I highly recommend this book. I mean, I read Black Swans. I loved it so much. Highly recommend that one. This one is also really great. I am also reading Not in Love by Hazelwood. I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about that book. I want to love it. I want to love it so bad. And right now I'm feeling just a little lukewarm on it. I don't know if it's the narrative. I don't know if it's the characters. I don't know if it's like the like, I don't know. It's just so hard to pinpoint what I'm not loving about it. If I'm not mistaken, and please let me know if I am, Not in Love is her first like fully like original book, if that makes sense. Like, her other ones have been kind of adapted from her fan fictions, and I think this is her first one that isn't. I might be wrong. If I'm correct, I can tell. I can feel it. And I think that I like her other books. Like, I love Love Theoretically and like The Love Hypothesis and stuff like that. I think I just like those a little bit more, and I'm not quite sure why. I don't know what like difference there is between the books that she's adapted from her fan fiction and then the books that she hasn't done that with. I'm not even like halfway through, so I can't really give like a full reaction to it, I guess. I'm just not fully vibing with it. And from what I've seen, that is an unpopular opinion. Like, I feel like so many people, especially a lot of my friends that I trust and that I feel like we had very similar tastes, they are loving it. They are eating it up. They are absolutely obsessed. Me, on the other hand, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. Just felt like I should talk about that book a little bit And yeah, I feel like those are really the only books I'm reading. I probably will start Eve's Hollywood after I'm done with Sex and Rage, because I'm on a huge Eve Babbitt's kick and I love it. But I also really want to finish The Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings. I did start it, but it is a chunky book. It's a lot to tackle, so I'm a little nervous, but this book is coming out soon. So I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to read it. It's coming out August 6th, so I really need to start it soon. So yeah, this one might also be one that I include in this vlog. We'll see. But yeah, I'm just gonna go finish editing up my other vlog, and I'm gonna go sit outside and read a little bit, maybe have a nice coffee, and I will try to update you guys later. Chico. Hi, Chico. Hi, Feeny. Okay, so I just got back from the gym about like an hour or so ago, and I've just been like on my phone this entire time. Let's see how my hair looks down. I don't know if that's the move or not, but I had a good time at the gym, and we also went to the store and did some grocery shopping. And I was just kind of sitting here being like, I don't really know what to do, and I'm kind of bored and a little bit lonely. So why not just like turn on the vlog camera and film something, and we could just have like a little chat. Okay, so you guys all know that I am currently reading Sex and Rage. Loving it still. It's great. I don't know if I ever updated you guys on what page I'm on. I got to page 103 yesterday. Haven't picked it up today yet because I actually started This Ravenous Fate by Haley Dennings, and I am really loving it so far. And I got this arc kind of a while ago, and I did actually start it when I got it, but it's been so long that I'm like, you know what, let's just restart it and give it like the full attention that it deserves. Also, we're kind of matching. Look at that. I love that. We stan. Haley is a really good friend. I know her from Twitter, Instagram, you know, just like the book community in general. And I have been so excited about this book, and I'm loving it so far. Also, I know that I mentioned that I was reading Not in Love by Hazelwood, but I don't know how I feel about this book. I'm not enjoying it. I think I just need to be honest with you guys and with myself, especially because I feel like I keep kind of like I keep lying to myself and being like, it's not that you're not liking it, it's just like that you haven't like gotten far enough into it. And it's like, well, I'm like almost halfway through and I'm still not loving it. Like I'm dreading picking it up every day. Even when I do end up pressing play and listening to it, I hate the time that I spend on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's not a bad book, but it's not my kind of book, if that makes any sense. Like, there's just something about it that just does not vibe with me, and I can't put my finger on it, which is like what's really frustrating me at this moment. Is like, I can't figure out why I'm not liking this book. I think that it might have to do with like the tone and the main character. She's very like a very monotone character, not a lot of emotions or feelings, and I feel like she is kind of hollow. I don't feel like we get a lot of depth from her. I feel like we have like a collection of a few character traits, but they're coming together and they're not really making a full believable, realistic character. Like, I don't feel like she's a person. I feel like she's just a collection of characteristics. Whereas it's so weird because it's like, I've read her other books, like Love Theoretically. I absolutely loved that book. Love on the Brain, I loved that one too. And like, these books have such strong main characters that I like can really feel and put myself in their shoes. And even if they're not like totally like a relatable character, like with Love Theoretically, I couldn't really like personally relate to that main character. With Love on the Brain, I definitely could. Like, I saw a lot of myself in that main character. But with Love Theoretically, it wasn't like I was relating to her on any sort of like personal level, but she was a well-rounded character who felt alive. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't just feel like she was characteristics on a page. She felt like she was like a real breathing character, whereas this one in Not in Love, I don't feel like there's any life breathed into her. You know what I mean? Like, there's just nothing to her. There's no substance. And so I think that's just why I'm not really vibing with it. I wish I was, but I'm like, I cannot stress enough how character driven I am. So it's like, if I personally cannot believe a character, that's it. It's over. It's all over. I can't read it. I have to be able to, like, even if I don't relate to that character at all, like, I have to be able to be like, okay, that's a real person. Like, that's a real person. They could be living right now and I'd believe it. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to DNF Not in Love. Maybe I will come back to it in the future and have like a different perspective on it. But right now, I just feel like if I try to continue to read it, it's just gonna set me into a slump. So I'm trying to figure out what book I want to read next. I have a few different options. I do have the audiobook for The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, which Ashley Poston is one of those authors that I have had sort of like highs and lows with, you know what I mean? I do remember really enjoying one of her books. I believe it was one of her like YA Beauty and the Beast retellings, and I really enjoyed that one. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't enjoy, what was it, Gigarella? I didn't like that book. And then there was another, I think there was one of her like adult romances that I just couldn't do. It just was not for me. But this one, I feel like I'm having a lot of FOMO with her books because like I see everybody talking about them and I love the covers and I think that they're so cute and I love the way that everybody is really passionate about them. So I kind of want to pick one of her books up. I have so many audiobooks on here. I also have a lot on like Libro FM because I'm part of the like advanced listeners copies influencer program or whatever they call it. So I have so many books that I'm like, ooh, maybe I want to read this one or maybe I want to read that, but I'm like not sure what I'm in the mood for. Like, do I want a romance? Do I want a literary fiction? Do I want fantasy? Do I want something that's like more horror based? Do I want a collection of short stories? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. I was thinking of picking up The Wedding People by Alison Espach. I don't really know how to say this person's last name, but I do have an ARC for this book and I also have an advanced listener's copy. So it's kind of convenient because if I do want to read it physically, I can do that, or if I want to follow along with the audiobook, I can do that. So I might pick it up. This one, I believe, is just like an adult fiction novel. I don't think that it's romance, and I also don't think that it's literary fiction, but I could be wrong. It's set in Newport, Rhode Island, and yeah, maybe I will read this because honestly, as you guys know, I've been to Newport now, so maybe I'll read this one. That sounds like a good like July kind of book, right? So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, I feel like that's everything. I'm just sitting here chilling. It's like 10:30 at night, drinking my water because obviously have to do that, have to hydrate. The gym was super packed today, which was kind of annoying because I really wanted to use some of like the machines. So I did like almost 20 minutes on the treadmill and I tried to do a few machines, but like it was getting late and like it was super busy, so I was like, you know what, whatever. The All-Star game was today. I did not watch it because none of like the players from my team were going to play. We had one pitcher and that was it, and he didn't get any time. So, which I mean, I'm not super surprised by. I feel like the Angels kind of get overlooked in the All-Star game anyway, so I kind of assumed that like it wasn't really going to be worth it to watch. And I guess the American League ended up winning, which is cool. That's great. Not super surprising to me. The All-Star break always makes me a little anxious anyway, which is funny because I haven't talked about this in a while, but my baseball romance that I'm still writing, I do still work on it. One of like the kind of like the catalyst of like everything that happens in this book is because of the All-Star break. Like this guy's life kind of falls apart during the All-Star break, and like he comes back and he's just not the same. And yeah, anyway, I don't want to like give too many details on what my book is about because, you know, but yeah, I'm really enjoying writing that still to this day. Kind of just like chipping my way at it and having a great time. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna start The Wedding People, and maybe I will update you guys tomorrow on if I am going to continue with it, because I don't know, we'll have to see. Honestly, we're struggling today. I did take a shower and wash my hair, blow dried it, straightened it, everything. I think it looks pretty good right now. My only thing is that like, I think I'm getting to that point where I'm just over the bangs. I'm over them. So over them right now. Like, we're just pushing them off to the side because I cannot deal with them anymore. I think I've talked about it here on my channel quite a bit of like me going back and forth over whether I still want to have bangs or not. And I think I'm getting to that point where I'm just like, I don't want them anymore. Like, I actually would like to have longer bangs. Like, I want bangs that kind of like go to here, that I can just kind of like push behind my ears, like maybe like to here, like my jawline. I feel like if my bangs were kind of more easily pushed back behind my ears and like I could do this with them, maybe I would like it more. Like, I don't think that I need the full bang anymore. Like, I feel like that's over. I feel like that's done. Let me know down below in the comments. I still get compliments on my bangs from like random people, and I'm just like, I don't see it. Like, I'm not seeing the cute bang moment that other people are seeing. So maybe I'm just weird, but I think I just want to grow out my bangs. Like, I did cut them a couple of weeks ago, but now I'm just like, I can't do it anymore. I can't. And I feel like I'm always wearing like a hat or whatever kind of to cover them up. So I think at this point I really am just over it, and I should just let them grow out. So maybe I'll start taking biotin again, because whenever I take that, my hair grows so quickly. So I'm like, you know what, maybe I should do that. I don't even know if I ever talked about the fact that I got a haircut a few weeks ago. It was like right before July 4th. I got a haircut, and my mom cut off about like 3 or 4 inches of my hair. It actually looks really long today. I don't know, but I think, you know, my hair was obviously a lot longer before, but I think it looks really good. She thinned it out a lot, so it's not quite as like thick. I just think that like the bangs have been there, done that. I can always go back. It's not like, you know, if I grow out my bangs I can never have them again. But I've had bangs since like 2019, and so I'm kind of at that moment of like, I think we're done. I think we're done, and I think that we need to move on, which is great. You know, I think that that's a great moment just to like think about it and kind of like regroup, reconfigure. I also did my nails. I think they look good. Just like a normal, like very sheer white color, which I love. I got dressed. We're going to the gym later, hopefully. I didn't realize today was Thursday. I literally thought today was Wednesday. So I just like operated the entire day on like, oh, it's Wednesday. Like I could chill, whatever. No, it's actually Thursday. And I'm thinking that I might film a video tomorrow because, as you guys know, we're getting back into the groove of posting regularly. And so my last like 2 or 3 uploads have been very consistent. 1 upload a week, it's great. In order to continue that, I need to film tomorrow. I was gonna film today, but then I didn't realize that it was not Thursday. I thought I still had 1 more day. No, I do not. I will say that I I'm almost done with a book, which I'm super excited to talk about. I think I talked about this in my last clip, but I started The Wedding People by Alison Espach. I'm not really sure how to pronounce her last name. This book is actually out this month, and I'm not sure if it's already out. I think it should say somewhere in this arc, right? All it says is July 2024, so I'm not actually positive on what day it comes out. Maybe I can put that in the editing. I'm sure that this video will probably be out before this book comes out, or I mean after this book comes out, but I'm loving it so much, and it's really funny. It's really interesting. I remember saying at the beginning, I'm like, I'm not sure if this is like regular fiction or literary fiction. I still don't feel like it's like very literary. It does definitely just feel like a general fiction novel, but basically this follows a woman who has just been divorced. She is like an adjunct professor, which is funny because I feel like I've read so many novels lately that are about adjunct professors, which just seems so weird, like, and so random. So basically she's just gone through divorce and she is extremely depressed, and so she kind of makes this trip to Newport, Rhode Island, which I've actually been to recently, and she makes this trip in order to commit suicide. And that's kind of the whole beginning of the novel. And then she finds out that when she gets to like her hotel, that actually the entire hotel was supposed to be rented out for this like wedding, but somehow she was given a room anyway. And so she's kind of amongst all of these wedding people and like wedding parties and everything like that, and she kind of finds herself getting like sucked into it. And this book is just so good. I love the writing style, I love the characters, it's so funny. And not in like a funny haha way, just like in a funny like that's life way. I don't know, it's just so interesting, and I'm really enjoying like just seeing this main character react to all these people. Like, she's really smart, and she is a little bit older than a lot of the other characters in the book, especially the bride-to-be, who she kind of becomes really close with. And so it's interesting to see the bride-to-be and her like interact with each other and have them getting to know each other and kind of like learning from each other and everything like that. So really enjoying this book. Highly recommend it. This might be one of like my new favorite books of the year. I don't know, I don't want to speak too soon, but I do only have like an hour left in this audiobook, so I feel like I can say with a lot of certainty that I'm liking this book a lot. I actually do have an entire stack of books that I'm currently reading right here. It's bad. It's bad. I've been really enjoying reading physically lately, which is kind of nice. And yeah, like I said, got ready. We're gonna go to the gym hopefully, and maybe I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Not really sure, but I will let you guys know. It is currently Saturday. I'm in my comfy clothes. It's actually gotten a little chilly. It was kind of warm all day, but then now like the clouds have rolled in. I'm chilly, so now I'm in my Eras Tour sweatshirt. And I actually don't know why I'm filming in this corner. I think I was going to light my candle, and now I'm like not really feeling it. So I do have to say that I did finish The Wedding People, and I absolutely loved it. I don't think that I mentioned this. Did I mention this? Now I feel like I did. Yikes. But if I didn't, I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was just, oh no, I feel like I did talk about it. Now I'm like having deja vu of like, no, I feel like I talked about this book. I really don't have anything to talk about because I'm not currently reading anything. I did just start a book, and I don't think I'm gonna finish it because literally within like the first 15 minutes of this book, the main character is describing some guy as like a typical Brooklyn beta male, and I'm like, oh, that's weird. That's a strange way of describing somebody. Like, that's weird. Maybe it's not weird. Maybe I'm the weird one, but like that just doesn't sit right with me. So I'm just like, maybe this isn't the book for me. I don't know. It sounded really interesting because I guess it's about this like published author. I think she writes romance or something, and she writes it, it's like set in like Cape Cod or something like that. And she goes back to Cape Cod and like everybody's like acting weird towards her because like they feel like it's about, like the book is about them or whatever. I don't really know. I just started it, so like truly do I know what this book is about? No. But I was really intrigued because I'm like, I really want to read a book that's set on the beach and like has like sort of like beach read vibes, but they're really hard to find for some reason unless like it's a book about like someone in their 50s or whatever. And I'm like, that's cool. Like I don't mind reading a book about somebody in like their 40s or 50s. However, that's just not the vibe I'm going for. Like I really want somebody in their 20s. So those are really hard to find. If you have any recommendations, please send them my way because I literally cannot find books like that. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if I'm like not looking for the right kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm kind of like stuck. I really don't know what I'm gonna read right now, and like we just gotta figure it out. Also, I've been bored all day. Like we have not done anything. Yeah, I've just been bored, so I feel like that's it. I might talk to you guys later today, I'm not sure, but like I feel like this is such a boring update because I'm just complaining about being bored and talking about like a stupid quote from a book. So yeah, maybe I'll talk to you guys later. Pretty cold out here. I don't even know if you can hear me. Got up, decided to go take a little bit of a walk. So, yeah.